Right, it's UFC 311 time, and Khabib's in the corner for 3 fighters that night. He's going to be sweating more than Brendan Schwab when he opens up Reddit. It's going to be a stressful night for old Khabib. But I'm saying that Team Khabib isn't going to get a clean scorecard for that night. And he's going to be getting at least 1 loss. He's got Chagir Ulubekov, Umar Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev. Let's take a quick look at each fight. First, Umar and Merab. Right, we're going to do a little exercise, okay? Can you name for me just 3 of Umar's previous opponents? No? How about just name 2 of them? I tell you what, there's one name that you do all know, and that's Nurmagomedov. And fuck me, are we putting a lot of stock into that name? If Nurmagomedov was a crypto coin, we'd all be fucking millionaires. Look, obviously, Umar is really good. It was a solid win against Corey, and we saw loads of different parts of his game. He's obviously really legit, high level at everything, as you would expect. But that's 1 win, 1 fight. If Umar had any other last name, it would all be a very different story. If you just look at it on paper, Merab's beaten Jose Aldo, Piotr Yan, Sean O'Valium and Henry Cejudo. And not just has he fought those guys and he's beat them, he's made each of those fights look easy. It is crazy. Just because he fights like fucking Conor McGregor's jaw when he's on the sesh, and he looks scrappier than Nate Diaz having a nightmare. Don't let all that take away from how impressive those wins are. You have to admit that if you look at it based on evidence, on paper, Merab is clearly the safer bet. And one thing we do know is, with Merab's crazy style and relentless pace, he's going to make this fight messier than John Jones' pants when he sees a Tom Aspinall contract. So for the Khabib triple at UFC 311, you got to admit, Umar versus Merab is far from a lock-in. Then we got Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. Make no mistake, this is Islam's toughest test. If Islam beats Arman, then there's no one left in lightweight division that gives him much of a threat. What, is Justin Gaethje going to beat him? At this point, he could fairly safely hang around at 155 and rack up another 4 or 5 defences pretty easily and go down as the undisputed lightweight GOAT. And that's all wonderful. But old Makhabib is going to have to beat Arman first. This fight has got all of the makings of an upset. You can just smell it in the air. It's always when the champ is just 1 fight away from getting division GOAT status. And Arman is just being counted out by the masses. And on top of that, Islam's massively looking past Arman. Already, all he's talking about is his next fights and going up to welterweight to fight Bilal or Shavkat. Has everyone forgotten? Go back and watch their first fight. It was really competitive. And Arman was very young and inexperienced. And he's clearly improved tons since. Yes, Islam obviously has improved also. But I can't help but feel like Arman's improved more. Another factor is that Arman's just having fun. He's in a really good place mentally, whereas there's a lot of pressure on Islam's shoulders. In my opinion, this is completely a 50-50 fight. This also has the potential to be one of the most exciting high-level fights we're going to see for a bit. So fucking buckle up and enjoy it. I reckon at times we're going to get flashbacks of Volk versus Islam 1, seeing Islam in some uncomfortable positions, with that staring off to the distance face. But as close as that fight was, with many people thinking Volk won, this one is going to be more challenging for him, I reckon. And then we got Chagir. Look, there's a good chance he's going to get the win, but at that lower level, anything can happen. Plus, the guy he's fighting, Clayton Carpenter, he's got great wrestling, so there's every chance he's going to be a really competitive fight. Far from a given. When you consider how competitive all 3 of these fights are, and all the pressure that's on Khabib and each of his fighters, I've just got a strong feeling that one of these is going to come up short, particularly either Umar or Islam. Although it must be mentioned, this card is absolutely ridiculous though. Those fights I just talked about are all top tier. I mean, Yuri versus Jamal is delicious. 2 great, fun, interesting personalities, 2 contrasting styles. That's going to be a fun fight. I'm going to probably do a video on that this week. And then we've got Beneil versus Moicano. Should be a good one. I think the momentum of both fighters suggests that Renato's going to get this one. Kevin Holland's going up against another notable new guy. Oh, Kevy boy loves testing out these new guys, doesn't he? It's a tough one to call. I don't really know enough about the other guy. I've seen a couple of fights. You never really know with Holland. Hopefully he gets it, balance out his peppery record for a bit longer, and get him in line for a good future matchup. Because to be honest, the more we see Kev fight, the better. Peyton Talbot's a must-watch. And then we got Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. Quality card. Right, that's that. Let me know if there's any types of videos that you want to see more of on the channel. And if you like this video, give us a sub. Check out this playlist of recent bangers. I'll see you next time.